Taplow, in a gentle, throaty voice. Taplow, you laughed at my little joke. I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased at the advance your Latin has made, since you so readily have understood what the rest of the farm did not. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain it to them, so that they too can share your pleasure. Taplow imitates Mr. Coker Harris again and tells Frank what his reaction was when he laughed at his joke. Mr. Coker Harris asked Taplow to explain the joke to the rest of the farm, as he was the only one laughing in the class. The door upright is pushed open and Millie Croker Harris enters. She is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmasters' wives. She is wearing a cap and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by the screen watching Taplow and Frank. It is a few seconds before they notice her. Now see, when Taplow is talking to Frank, the door upright is pushed open and Millie Croker Harris. Millie Croker Harris is the wife of Mr. Croker Harris. Enters. She is a thin woman in her late 30s. Millie Coker Harris is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmasters' wives. Millie Coker Harris is dressed more smartly than the other schoolmasters' wives. She is wearing a cap and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by means near the screen. Screen means curtain. And then stands near the curtain, watching Taplow and Frank. It is a few seconds before they means Taplow and Frank notice her. Frank, come along, Taplow. Move slowly above the desk. Don't be so selfish as to keep a good joke to yourself. Tell the others. He breaks off. Breaks off means stops or discontinues. Suddenly noticing Millie. Oh Lord, Frank turns quickly and seems infinitely means endlessly, or to a great extent, relieved at seeing Millie. Frank, oh, hello, Millie, without expression, hello. She comes down to the sideboard and puts her basket on it. Taplow, moving up to left of Frank, whispering frantically means desperately. Do you think she heard? Frank shakes his head comfortingly. Millie takes off her cap and hangs it on the hall stand. I think she did. She was standing there quite a time. Taplow, if she did and she tells him, there goes my remove. Frank, nonsense. He crosses to the fireplace. Millie takes the basket from the sideboard and moves above the table and puts the basket on it. Now see, as Frank is joking with Taplow about telling it to others, he sees Millie and stops talking. Frank turns quickly and seems relieved at seeing Millie to a great extent. He wishes Millie hello. Millie replies hello without any expression on her face and puts her basket on the sideboard. Taplow asks Frank in a desperate tone if she heard any of their conversation. Frank thinks that she did because she was standing there for quite some time. Millie takes her cap off and hangs it on the hall stand. Taplow, in a worrying tone, says if she heard them, then he will not get his remove. Frank tells him not to talk too much and he crosses to the fireplace. Millie takes the basket from the sideboard, moves above the table, and puts the basket on it. Millie to Taplow, waiting for my husband. Millie asks Taplow if he is waiting for her husband. Taplow, moving down left of the table. Yes. Taplow replies in affirmative. Millie, he's at the bursars and might be there quite a time. If I were you, I'd go. Millie tells Taplow that Mr. Coker Harris is at the bursars and he might take some time there. She tells Taplow if she were in place of him, she would go. Taplow doubtfully, he said, most particularly I was to come. Taplow tells Millie that Mr. Coker Harris most particularly told him that he was to come. Millie, well, why don't you run away for a quarter of an hour and come back? She unpacks some things from the basket. Millie asks Taplow to run away for a quarter of an hour and come back. She unpacks some things from the basket. Taplow, supposing he gets here before me, Taplow asks Millie what will happen to him if Mr. Coker Harris comes before him. Millie, smiling, I'll take the blame. She takes a prescription out of the basket. I tell you what you can do a job for him. Take this prescription to the chemist and get it made up. Millie tells Taplow that she will take the blame on her. She takes a prescription out of the basket. She tells Taplow what he can do for Mr. Coker Harris. She asks Taplow to take the prescription to the chemist and get medicines. Taplow, all right, Mrs. Coker Harris. He crosses towards the door upright. Taplow agrees to do what Mrs. Coker Harris has told him to do, and he crosses towards the door upright. In this way, we come to the end of the play.